What's up, everybody? It's Emma Fife here for Fandom with the English voice cast of Jujutsu Kaisen. Well, some of them anyway, the most important ones, I would say. Wouldn't you agree?
Robbie, don't watch this. Turn away.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Robbie. You've been demoted. At Fandom, obviously, one of our sort of big thing is that we have the domains for all of the various wikis that are focused on individual specific properties, Jujutsu Kaisen, of course, being one of them. So this is sort of a general question for anybody from our anime community manager, LDR 1995. And he asks, is it easier to work on a series with a more contemporary setting as opposed to one with a wholly fictional world or totally imagined culture? Because Jujutsu Kaisen certainly has a lot of fantastical elements, but it does take place in the real world.
A contemporary setting, I definitely think, makes the characters more relatable to the audience. You can see yourself in high school. Like, I can go to Jujutsu Tech, things like that. So I think it automatically gets people on your side when you're watching the show, or gets them invested. So I think that is something that is makes it easier when the show is based in a contemporary setting.
Yeah, I think it's easier for that suspension of disbelief because it's a little closer to your reality, so it's easier for people to like you said, to buy in and to like really immerse themselves in the world. And because people can see themselves, I think, more easily in the characters because they're closer to reality.
Within your own reality, obviously, all of the characters in JJK, they have their kind of go-to sorcerer powers. What would your go-to sorcerer power IRL be?
I think mine would be the ability to create a bed anywhere. I love sleep.
If we're talking about JJK, though, I would love to send cursed memes to people. You know what I mean? And that's my combat ability. It's like, all right, we're getting into a fight. Check your phone. What are you talking about? And then I win.
That could actually legitimately be in the series. I feel
That could be.
That's something that would
I
be
feel like Gojo would
super
wish that was his power.
Yeah.
So this is from our wiki representative and JJK admin, Unok, asks, Adam, what was your favorite moment while voicing Yuji?
Oh, there's so many good ones. I really love the stuff with Toto. I think all of that is hilarious. There's a part where Yuji's literally running from Toto across the top of across the rooftops. I think the moment where Yuji introduces himself to the principal for the first time and he just randomly tells him that he's into girls like Jennifer Lawrence and then realizes what the heck did I just say is super fun. But then you also get these really amazingly heartfelt moments where he has these really grounded soul searching moments. In episode 24 when he's walking through the forest with Nobara, there's all of that stuff.
What about for you with Gojo, KG?
I really enjoyed the Jogo Gojo fight, but in a way where I felt really bad for Jogo. Here's this guy, right, and he's one of the most powerful curse spirits in the world,
right.
And then there's this dick.
Again, our JJK admin Unok asks, do you prefer voicing teen or adult characters, and is there a character type you wish one day to voice, or a character of a very specific age? Are you looking to voice a middle schooler? I don't know.
I think I'm rapidly aging out of that.
What's really funny though is every time we hang out, KG's like, man, when am I gonna finally have the opportunity to voice a middle schooler?
Actually,
tears
no,
have been shed.
I have that conversation with my wife about really wanting to it's on my bucket list to voice a magical girl, because it's I just think magical girls are great. I just think they're awesome, and
What would you sound like?
just like this, Adam.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. That's literally on my bucket list. I don't know how I'm gonna pull that off, but I'm working on it.
I mean, I also want to voice a magical girl. Yeah, let's be the magical girl squad.
Okay, so I do have a question. So again, fandom wikis, the JJK community is relatively new in the grand scheme of things. It certainly hasn't been around as long as something like a Sailor Moon, while we're on the topic of magical girls, or Dragon Ball, but some of those older wikis have some very interesting trivia about the voice actors who provide the voices of the characters in the show. So what I want to do is build up y'all's wiki pages in the JJK wiki. What is some interesting trivia that should be included about you on those pages?
I've been kicked out of the Kremlin in Moscow by the Patriarch of the Russian Orthodox Church.
Seriously?
Yes.
Whoa.
So cool.
What circumstances?
He found out I was American. I was hosting a documentary on martial arts, and I was there with the Shaolin monks from China. This is getting crazier, right? And we were in the Kremlin, and I was supposed to do an interview with him. And as soon as he came in the room, he looked at me and waved his hand, and I was escorted out by 2 giant Russian dudes on either side of me, grabbing me by my arms and basically like threw me out of the Kremlin.
Wild.
So there we go. Kick that one off. Take that, fandom wiki.
I performed in a musical in Beijing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which one?
It was a show called Cinnamon Girl. It was like a local LA production, but like we like got like this weirdly cool hookup to like perform at a musical theater festival in Beijing. And I was like, sure.
Wait. Tell them what you used to do for a living.
Oh, that's
also,
right.
This is another good.
This is another one.
I
You
love
get
it.
you get 2 for 1.
Fandom
2 for
wiki.
1. I spent 7.5 years as a forensic scientist.
Whoa!
Come on.
I mean, we're all staying in hotels right now, so I assume that everybody's falling asleep to Forensic Files every night.
Yeah.
Classic.
That's me.
Incredible.
Anne brings a black light and
I do,
gives her room
everywhere.
a once over and solves cold cases
yeah.
that happened in whatever room she's staying in. That's what she does.
Yeah.
At every convention.
That's like
It's
that's
starting to be a
my
problem.
side hustle.
Yeah.
I almost once fell off the Great Wall of China and died.
Whoa!
So I was doing a pilot for one of those like travel food kind of shows.
Sure,
right?
totally.
And my thing was wrapped, so the rest of the crew was going off to get B-roll of the wall, like you do.
Classic.
And then I arrogantly I was like, I'll find my way down myself. It's fine. I was born here. I could do it. I failed really hard. So what happens is when you get off the Great Wall in China, there's several signs that point you down to the bottom.
Sure.
But they're all in Chinese. I can't read Chinese.
Right.
So I was following these signs the best I could, and I don't know if you know, but the Great Wall of China is on a mountain. I walked off a cliff accidentally. There was a lot of lush green foliage. It was really hard to see.
I feel like you don't need to read the signs to not fall off a cliff. I don't know.
You're right, but I was trying to be very literal because I didn't want to.
You're like, guys, I got it from here.
A very nice janitor saved my life. Very strong, gripped individual, and he assured me that this happens all the time for some reason. Yeah, he was trying to make me
Now
feel
I
better.
want to know what the interview process is to be a janitor on the Great Wall of China.
Right. You have to be
I
certain
feel like there must be a
amount
strength
of buffness.
test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the best part is someone offered to sell me a Great Wall hat at the bottom when I got down.
I feel like after you,
should've got it.
yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like after you almost fell, they maybe should have included that for free.
I was upset in the moment and I didn't get it, but now looking back, I should have.
This show obviously has really took off when it launched, and you have had the opportunity to be part of this show that people are just clamoring for more of and really love and connect with. What has been your sort of most memorable interaction, be it with a fan or just out in the world as you've gotten to like experience this fandom?
Okay, I always go for heartfelt answers for questions that are similar because the fan experience is really amazing, and truly like people telling you you've had an impact on their life is amazing. But my answer today, it's going to be my favorite fan moment is I was at a convention and an entire college friend group came up all dressed as different characters. And they didn't have somebody cosplaying as Mechamaru, so they brought their air fryer from home and with a printed Mechamaru face that they had taped onto the air fryer, and they had me sign their air fryer.
Honestly, my very first convention was like exactly a year ago at Otakon, and we were there like for Jujutsu Kaisen, and it was the first time meeting fans like ever, like in real life. And like this girl like walks up to my table and she just like starts crying. And then I start crying in sympathy, and then we were just crying together about how much we love Nobara. And I was like,
My dad, who doesn't watch anime at all, will now walk into like a store and be like, that's my son. Like, he just like points into a corner of like, Gojo's face. And then of course the store owner was like, yeah, that's fine. That's okay. Okay, sir. Well, yeah.
Yeah, JJK is coming back in 2023, so there'll be more. Otherwise, of course, you can watch it on Crunchyroll. Thank you to all of you for joining me